Hello. I don't need to farm humanities right now. I'm just trying to feed my gacha addiction. This is my first playthrough of Dark Souls 1. I've never played Dark Souls 1 before. I'm playing it now. I'm farming humanities. I just got to the DLC. I've beaten everybody. Am I enjoying Dark Souls? It's like asking a League of Legends fan if they enjoy playing League of Legends. It's like, you play it every day, but do you like it? No. Well, maybe I do. I don't know. Okay. Okay, there's a lot of jank in Dark Souls 1 that is almost non-existent in Dark Souls 3. My first Dark Souls game was Dark Souls 3. And that's a very good game. There's things in Dark Souls 1 that I just... Oh, he almost did it. That attack that comes out instantly and stun locks you there, it's not fun. I've gotten hit by it so many times. That's actually what inspired me to make this video. I was like, I've been hit by this stupid attack so many times. It would be funny if I had a compilation of it, but I'm not recording this right now. And now I decided to record it. And I'm gonna yap about Dark Souls. I'm not working today. Work is slow right now. I'm in crippling debt. I'll live. I'll live. Because I've got lots of humanities to heal me every time things are going bad. I actually don't even have that many right now. 19, yeah. I've been doing this for like half an hour now, I think. I just beat Artorias today. That was a pretty fun fight. Okay, I think with every Souls game, there's a level of RNG that's not great about it. Like, will you be able to beat this boss, or are they going to do that one move that you don't know how to avoid? It's like, okay, you either learn to avoid the attack, but I will say, Artorias took me, I think, the most tries out of any boss in this game. He very much set the framework, the groundwork for how every boss has been made, especially in Dark Souls 3. Except for one thing, the kind of RNG stuff about Dark Souls is 90% of the times I got hit by his attacks wasn't, oh, I just couldn't avoid them. It's like, no, I can dodge like all of his attacks. It's just like, ah, crap, I got hit a couple of times. Now I really have to heal. It was just me trying to heal, getting hit by him. I don't know, like, if you try to get away from him, he jumps in the air and jumps down and hits you. If you heal next to him, he'll hit you. If you heal medium distance away from him, he'll run up to you and hit you. So that was like the majority of me getting hit, and the last time when I finally beat him, I had like 4 Estus left, which is pretty good. Yeah, sometimes the Dark Souls RNG works out. Like, I wish I recorded it, but I beat the what's it called? The Bed of Chaos on the first try. That was really cool. I was in my room, not my room, my quote-unquote office. I was like bouncing up and down on my office chair, all excited, feeling all whimsical and happy. Like, oh my gosh, I beat it first try. Chat, did you see that? And I looked to the side and OBS wasn't open. Nobody was watching me. I wasn't streaming. I haven't been streaming. I'm not even recording my Vtuber model right now. Am I even a Vtuber? Yeah, I keep thinking to myself, this is not a good thing to think to yourself while playing a game, especially for the first time. Am I having fun right now? And I kind of been thinking back on a lot of Souls games. Like, do I like Souls games? And I do. It's like my favorite genre of games. You know, I'm addicted to Iron Pineapples. I played blah 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 more games, and so you don't have to. Not so you don't have to. I played Souls-like games, so you don't have to. Yeah, I wanna make some Souls-like games, and I've thought of one out of all the 6 bajillion games I've thought of. I'm learning Godot. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I was wondering if I was having fun, and if I've ever had fun in Dark Souls games. And I have. I've had lots of fun in Dark Souls games. And a big part of that is the vibes. And I realized I have made the cardinal mistake of not letting the vibes sink in. Like listening to the footsteps, I think back to the days of, I don't think anybody can relate to this, but watching videos of all the guys from Horsecast or Procrastinators podcast. You know, like what are they called now? Oh my gosh, there's so many of them. Back in the day, back in the My Little Pony analysis days, they were called it was a Digibrony, Give and Take, Drowning in Horseshoes, Jesse Wood, the Goat. Did I say Give and Take yet? I did. Keg Standard, Phantom Horn. Those guys. And hearing those guys talk about Dark Souls, I think the Devu talked about Dark Souls as well. The Devu, I should check out his videos. Man, he's made some amazing. He made a really good Roller Coaster Tycoon video that I really loved. He used a word. There it is. Used a word that I used a lot now, cathartic, to describe the menus in a Roller Coaster Tycoon. Here's a reference that nobody else will get as well. Like the map editor on Warlord's Battlecry. I've only ever played the first one. There's 3 of them. Warlord's Battlecry is a very good game. There's like stone sliding sound effects. Oh yeah. So, hearing those guys talk about the vibes, I have not taken ADHD medication. I do not have any ADHD medication because Vyvanse is a controlled substance and everybody wants it. Because apparently everybody has ADHD now. I got a humanity. Woo! That's me getting rice shower at Halloween. Oh man, what a good event. Anyway, like the vibes of Dark Souls, the footsteps, the quietness, like hearing. I love the sound effects. Like listening to this now while I'm yapping away, I'm really feeling it. I'm feeling like, oh my gosh, yeah, this is Dark Souls. Like, you can feel that so much more all the times you get lost. Like me, I still do not know my way around this game. Even though I spent probably longer than average before getting the Lord Vessel. What do humanities? No! I spent longer than what I assume most people to figure my way around. I've looked up guides on how to get around, like, how do I get to the further down the depths? I'm in the depths right now, but it took me forever to find this because there was just a door I didn't see. Or what is it, like key to the Underdark? After you beat the Capra Demon, you get that key, and I was like, what the frick does that key go to? And I went to one locked door, and it didn't open. I was like, oh, well, it wasn't that. And Capra Demon sucked. I'm glad I was able to experience that with everyone else. That took me 3 tries. Keep in mind, yeah, I've seen other people play the shiz out of this game. It was very much a string of thought. I gotta say, the one thing that I was building up to about the vibes, I have unintentionally completely killed the vibes, the quiet, melancholic vibes of Dark Souls 1 by just second screening monitors, or second screening other stuff on my second monitor. I have 3 monitors. I have 1 monitor that I never use. That, my gosh, right place, right time. You can end up with 3 monitors very easily. One of my biggest monitors actually was just from my boss. We were cleaning out. It was another slow day at work. I was helping clean out the shop. I saw my boss walking out. I work for a small business, and I just know him really well. He was walking out holding the monitor, pinching the top of the screen, and I was like, ha! I was like, wait, are you throwing that away? He was like, yeah, I don't need it anymore. Like, I was gonna, or I got a better one I'm getting rid of. I was like, can I have it? He's like, yeah, sure. It was fantastic. My other monitors, I know you guys are just dying to know this information. My other monitors, I bought one from a friend, but my first one I ever bought, I bought it at the same time as my Alienware computer. How much did I spend? I spent like $1,700 total buying my PC and a monitor at Best Buy. Because the PC was much more high-end than what I paid for, because it had problems. It was a return. I figured out what the problem was. It was freezing. It went and it would freeze. I was like, oh no, that's bad, but if you don't plug it into a power strip, another humanity, let's go! If you just gotta plug it directly into the wall and it won't freeze. So if your PC is having that problem, there you go. Yeah, I've killed the vibes of this game by just watching VTubers and Dank Pods, and Davis Morgan, and Creepcast, and all that good stuff, instead of actually just enjoying my time. Like right now, I'm actually having way more fun right now just talking while playing Dark Souls and just farming humanities. I really do not need... Oh yeah, I think my least favorite boss so far, I think it would have been Bed of Chaos if it had taken me more tries. But since I'm an epic gamer, and I just got super lucky, like she never swung at me whenever I was had my back to a pit. It was just super, super good RNG. Basically, I tried using a bow to cheese the fight, but I didn't know what I was doing, so I didn't know. I still don't know what I was doing. I just kind of randomly swung at the orbs. I was like, I've seen other people do that. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. Until it eventually worked. And, oh yeah! Boss weapons. I had to look up how to get boss weapons because I wanted the Life Hunt Scythe. I was like, that looks cool, and Priscilla is the most beautiful woman in the world. So she lives on in my scythe. It sucks. Sucks, man. I got rid of my halberd. the halberd was carrying me through the game, like, so wonderfully. I was like, man, I love this halberd. Halberd is like my favorite medieval weapon. Even though in reality, another humanity. Even though in reality it's like hard to define. It's like, is it a poleaxe or a halberd? I don't know. It depends on who made it and who. Kind of like a dragons and wyverns conversation. Oh my gosh, 3 humanities in 1 run. I need to go to Vegas. Actually, no, I just gotta play Musume. Actually, I'm saving up for Kita-san Black and Satono Diamond right now. And Mambo, Omatsuri and Mambo. It's crazy how everyone in the West, at least online, started calling Machikane Tanhoisa Mambo because of that super cute clip. Because it's so much easier to remember Mambo than Machikane Tanhoiser. I thought it was Hauser, and then we were watching the anime and the announcer said Hoiser. I was like, oh. Oh my gosh, come on, please. I really do not like the rats in the first Dark Souls. They suck. The poisoning is... like, they're programmed almost the exact same way as in Dark Souls 3, just they poison you. And it takes nothing. Status effects are insane in this game. Oh yeah. What was I talking about before that? Nah, who cares? I'm doing this for fun. Here I am. Here I am. This is me. I am a horse and not a tree. Here I am. This is me. This is where I belong. It's a new start. New start. It's the depth and the beating of a young heart. It's a new day. Bryan Adams made that movie. Get it? Yeah, I have not really been enjoying Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 1, oh my gosh. I'm so used to saying Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 3. My first Souls game was Dark Souls 3. 2 humanities! Let's go! I'm gonna have so many by the end. Oh yeah, my least favorite boss, I remembered. My least favorite boss, besides Bed of Chaos, was probably Nito. Very annoying. A very, very annoying boss. Start the fight by losing half your health by falling down the pit. Very cool. And then his first attack is usually the ground spike, and you can't see him yet, so you can't tell if he's gonna do it or not. So if you try to heal as soon as you fall down the pit, you can't. He pushes you into the stalactites where you can get stuck in a tiny little space and then just have to sit there and accept your fate. I got poisoned again. Very cool. Yeah, that fight sucks. Yay! Wow, dang. Ever since I started talking, my luck has gone up significantly. Yeah, that fight sucked. I have had a lot of moments during this game where I've thought to myself, or I've thought of the phrase, "Isn't that hard?" after something bullcrap happens. Like, yeah, Artorias, he hits you and he never stops hitting you, so you can't heal after he hits you once. Isn't that hard? yeah, I guess. It's technically hard because there's nothing you can do about it. I've just had a lot of moments like that. Yeah, this thing hits you and you can't do anything about it. Isn't that hard? Like every time you get cornered. That happens in every Souls game. Even in Sekiro, my favorite one. Or Elden Ring. Or what have you. Did I even say what it was? Getting cornered and mobbed on by enemies. That happens, like, or you just get completely stun locked in a corner by enemies. Happens in every Souls game. And every time it happens in this game, I'm just like, well, yeah, hard game, ooh. Isn't that hard? Yeah. I guess that doesn't even really count as artificial difficulty the way people define artificial difficulty in. Yeah, I saying, yeah, isn't that hard is usually what's associated, in my mind, with artificial difficulty. And I've thought about, Dark Souls doesn't really have artificial difficulty, but that's, that it doesn't apply really to my favorite boss in any Souls game, which is Dark Eater Midir. Because his fight is arguably artificial difficulty. Because all of his attacks, or he has some attacks that are unavoidable, like when he blows fire on the ground. If you've been hitting his head, it's like, oh, well, you're gonna get hit by that. And he takes he has like 10 bajillion health. But he's so cool. That was a fight that took me so many tries to beat. I don't think I've struggled. Oh, ooh. Okay. I was about to say, I don't think I struggled with the boss more than Dark Eater Midir. I think I struggled with the Nameless King more. I was like, I think that's the hardest one. No. No. I still haven't legitimately beaten Millennia. I beat her. I had the Bloodhound's Fang. Which is like, in my opinion, in my objective opinion, the Bloodhound's Fang is the best item in Elden Ring. Just in terms of ease of use, its damage output, its bleed effect. You can buff it, and its stagger potential, like it staggers another humanity, 2 humanities. Let's go! Stagger potential. It staggers the crap out of Millennia. And I tried a couple of times with her. I was like, ooh, yeah, this fight is difficult. This legend 3! Oh my gosh! This fight is difficult. Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay, yeah, everyone was right. This is a difficult fight. I don't know what to do. And then I got out my maxed out Mimic tier. I was like, yeah, time to take out my Mimic tier. Oh, he's already dead. 4 humanities!
Chat, I cannot believe this is real, chat.
I was talking about Millennia. Yeah, I took out my Mimic tier, and then I beat her on like the first or second try with my Mimic tier, and it didn't feel good. I was like, oh. Okay. On my second real playthrough, the one that I actually took to the DLC, was a Dex Faith build. There it is. I still have not beaten her. I beat the whole DLC, and I still have not beaten her on that build, because now I have to actually learn her attacks and moves. And I did beat the DLC. I beat Promised Consort Radon. Kind of. It took me longer than any other boss. It took me over a week of fighting him every day. It was like 3 to 8 hours every day, just grinding that fight, losing my mind, until eventually I got that whatever. I respect slightly into using the Briar's super bleed build, and I just kept trying to find summons the whole time. I did beat him before he was nerfed, kind of, you know, like kind of beat him. Yeah, it was one of those times where I felt like, gosh, I really suck at this game. Yeah, and eventually I got a tank to keep his attention the whole fight, while I just bled him from a distance. It was still extremely difficult. I got poisoned again, yay. Yeah, and then when I beat him, I was like,
It's over. It's over. Oh my gosh.
yeah, and the two most significant ways they nerfed him was like exactly what I was thinking. Like, if it was just this, like if he didn't start the fight by immediately dive bombing you with that gravity attack, so you couldn't summon anything or buff or do anything, especially summons. You couldn't do any of that without extreme difficulty and avoiding that attack first and then doing all your buffs and summons and all that, like your mimic tier or whatever. And then that cross slash, which hits like everybody. I don't know how it was left in the game, because that's usually something you catch in playtesting, like, oh, everybody's getting hit by this attack, maybe we should adjust it, because only seems like only something that insiders and some YouTubers, some people who are like insane gods of the game, can figure out how to avoid that cross slash attack. Should have been caught. Yeah. I do think the DLC is too hard. I'm in that camp. I'm not in the camp of complaining about it, like it's too hard to be good. It was practically a life-changing experience how good the DLC was. I remember seeing a lot of the criticisms about like the item pickups. Like, oh man, the item pickups sucked. Like the loot sucks in this game, in the DLC. And I could not disagree more. I was like, when was the last time you played Elden Ring without knowing exactly where to go and what to pick up? The loot sucks in the main game of Elden Ring. It's like, Altera leaves. Altera leaves. Oh my gosh, I just did this really difficult thing. Time to get my reward. Oh, this secret item. Oh my gosh. Oh, Arteria leaf. I think it's Arteria, not Altera. Arteria leaf. Sucked. And also, like, Catacombs, you get spirit summons every time. Doesn't matter how difficult it is. You get a garbage spirit summon. And you really don't need any other spirit summons besides the jellyfish. Aurora. She's the best. And she's wonderful. And she's sweet. She's my favorite. She actually does really suck against Millennia, because Millennia just mobs her and gets to full health like immediately. Yeah, I don't... Every time I try to circle back to what I was talking about before, I completely lose my train of thought. So I hope I haven't left anything unchecked. Let's talk about Dark Souls 1 some more. Yeah, I've kind of completely killed the vibe of this game by watching things at the same time. That's just the way I've been gaming on my PC for so long. Just watching something at the same time. Oh, I can learn something, except I'm not learning anything or doing anything. I started watching more drama channels, like Mujin talks about the Vtuber drama. And I've kind of become addicted to it. Like, Vtuber drama is so fascinating. Like, as an indie Vtuber, he watches mainly Hololive, and then, of course, like, some really popular and what friends I've made in the indie VTuber scene. I've made 3 friends so far. They've all been wonderful. Like, my experience in the indie VTuber scene has been really, really positive and amazing. And I had no idea that some really dumb drama happens. It is very entertaining to hear about it, though. Like, that whole Cinder situation, I was locked in. I was so, like, what's gonna happen next? Does that count as indie VTuber? Yeah. Sure, yeah. Like, I've always known about Cinder, but I didn't really know that much. I was a lot more familiar with Silverveil and obviously Nanolith because art. And whatever the frick else was going on. Shy Lily has been one of my favorites for a long time. She's... I don't know why I'm thinking about this now, but it seems like on Reddit... I've been using Reddit more recently. Yeah, on Reddit, some of the criticisms about indie VTubers is like, oh, since they're not corpo, they can talk however they want, and they just say penis and boob all the time. That has not been my experience with indie VTubers, and I think it's just people seeing Shy Lily clips because she's a lot more vulgar in her language, at least in the popular clips that go around. She talks about a lot more than just that stuff. Anyway, yeah, Cinder's response was really funny. It really kind of boiled down to a, like, oh, okay, yeah, she's not a psychopath, she's just kind of dumb and human, like all of us. And she completely ruined her whole apology that I thought was going pretty well before she was like, let me show you who the real enemies are. And I was like, oh my gosh. I rolled my eyes into the back of my head. And it was all speculation. It's like, oh yeah, these people are definitely went completely out of character and did something. Maybe she was thinking, since everything she did seemed to be completely out of character, and like, my phone ringing? Hi. Best Buy's calling me again. I haven't paid my. I recently paid my stupid Best Buy bill. Oh yeah, I'm still. I bought my PC from Best Buy. I'm still paying that off. It's been 4 or 5 years. It's 2019, I think, when I bought my PC. Still haven't paid it off because that Best Buy card, the credit limit was really high. I was like, yo, so I used it on very impulsive things and some things that I actually needed to pay off. And now it's like, besides my car, it's like the biggest amount of debt that I'm in. Oh. It's alright, yeah. I was supposed to talk about Dark Souls, but here I am talking about VTuber drama. I really could not care less about getting into VTuber drama. Like, the way I imagine it in my head is like someone comes after me, I'm just gonna be super nice about it. I don't care. That's kind of the way I've already been online. I'm not anti anything. I don't believe in being anti, because I've seen too much about what people do when they're anti something, and it kind of turns into witch hunts and less doing actual good. Yeah, humanity. Where am I at right now? 41! Yeah, just be notorious. Guardian Soul's a pretty annoying fight, too. Not a fan. Oh, man. Finally! You get to the DLC and you can finally buy fire bombs. My gosh. I was hurting for fire bombs the whole game. This is my build, by the way. I mean, well... Okay, slightly adjusted. Lately, I've been using the Black Knight armor, because it looks cool. Okay. I'll tell you about this experience in Dark Souls. The Four Kings fight. Yeah, not a fun fight, by the way. I had just gotten the Life Hunt Scythe, and if anybody knows anything about the Life Hunt Scythe, you know it does not work well for the Four Kings fight if you have low bleed resistance. So it required me to get the Blood Bite Ring because it builds up bleed on yourself along with your enemy. So it's like the dung pipe. There it is again. Gosh, man, it's so annoying. That attack comes out like instantly too. It's just like, no, yeah. Sometimes Dark Souls just decides like, nah, you're not living this time. Like, nah, you don't get to dodge away. You could have. You're usually able to dodge that, but nah, you don't get to this time. Oh yeah, but the I had just gotten the Life Hunt Scythe, sacrificed my beautiful halberd, because that's the way it works in Dark Souls 1. You have to have a certain weapon up to level 10, and then use the soul at the giant blacksmith, not at Andre, who's much closer to a bonfire. You have to... Why is it that not all bonfires you can warp to? I don't like that. That sucks. There's so much running around in this game. I remember people talking about it, like when you get the ability to warp, it's like, oh, it's so nice. Like it's marginally nice. It is marginally better than what the game is before, because you're still just doing this all the time. There it is again. Woo! Yeah, Life Hunt Scythe kind of sucks, but I like it. It's not very useful against bosses. My gosh, so many things like bleed and poison and all that are so much more useful in the other Souls games, especially Elden Ring is when they really went hard on like, you know what, status effects, they're actually gonna do something. In Dark Souls, everything, it's like status effects are only effective when enemies use them against you, or when you use it against yourself. Look at that bleed buildup just from that one run, and that is bleed. I don't know what that brown blotch is supposed to be. I guess a blood spot. Yeah, it's stupid. Hey, look, someone else is, you can't see me. Oh well. Wonder if I should keep playing the game while I yap. I recorded 40 minutes. That's pretty good. I really do not need more humanity. I'm kind of just doing this because it's monotonous and I don't have to think. And And it's more fun doing this than playing it with something going on in the background. Ah! Oh yeah, when I saw the poison status thing, it looks... That guy's alive. It looks so much more like what you would think bleed would be. But if you look closely, it's purple. Oh, humanity. Man, I'm so desensitized. So desensitized. 43. Yeah, Dark Souls 1. Oh, yeah. I was gonna say a long time ago. The way I feel about Dark Souls 1 is kind of how I feel about Halo 3. Or my first Halo game was Halo 1, obviously. No, that's not obvious anymore. So it came out when I was a wee lad. A wee laddie. And I didn't really get to play through the full campaign until I got the PC version. I got it for like Christmas or something. It was like the greatest day of my life. I was like, I got to play Halo finally. And Halo CE went so hard, man. And then eventually I got a real Xbox, where I then got Halo 2. I bought like 3 or 4 copies of Halo 2 because all of them were so scratched up. I was like, I just want one where I can actually play the opening cinematic. It's like, the opening cinematic is where it just would not load. So Halo 2, Halo 1 and Halo 2 are probably my favorite Halo games. And yes, I have played every Halo game except Halo Wars. Not because I refuse to. I love RTS games. I just haven't. Because video games are expensive, and they're only getting more expensive. It happened again! Yeah, Halo 3, I never had that era. I was never part of that era of playing it online. The first Halo I played online was Halo 4. Because I got a 360. I don't remember how, if I bought it with my own money or what. Yeah, eventually I got a 360. And then I bought Halo 4 with my own money. It was the first, one of the first video games I ever bought for myself. Because every other game was a gift or someone else bought it for me. Oh, no, StarCraft 2. I was there at the midnight release for StarCraft 2. Wings of Liberty, in particular. And that was pretty cool. Anyway. Yeah, that was my first experience playing online because it came with that, whatever, 60 days of free Xbox Live. I played it online and I experienced the wonders. Shoot, man, I can level up. I'll do that. That was pretty cool. So Halo 4 has a very soft spot for me. And it's funny, I actually beat it on Legendary twice out of necessity. Because I beat it once, because I didn't sign up for Xbox Live yet. Woo! I love Dark Souls 1! I love this game! I love this game, Charlie! I love this game! Good game, good game. Here I go, I got a humanity. What was I even talking about? Oh, yeah. I played through the campaign because I didn't have the thing yet. And I loved it because I was already aware of how the story ended, even though I hadn't played through the whole campaign of Halo 3 yet. Oh my gosh, man. And at the time, I just didn't own it yet. I don't know why it took me so long to finally get Halo 3. It wasn't until I got the Master Chief Collection after the Master Chief Collection was fixed that I actually played through Halo 3. And I discovered about myself that if you have not grown up with Halo 3, it is by far the worst feeling Halo game. It is the floatiest. Its bullet travel time makes it is confusing. It feels like you're shooting nothing even when you're actually hitting guys. It feels horrendous. The game feel of Halo 3 is horrendous. And every time I play with friends, they're always like, oh yeah, Halo 3, let's do Halo 3. I'm always like, okay, do Halo 3. Halo Reach maybe would be next. Halo 1, I've played so much that it's like, well, it's just Halo. That's just how it feels. I don't know. So I can barely even judge the game feel of like Halo 1 and Halo 2. Halo 4 has pretty nice game feel as well. It's because it's so easy to hit things. The what's it called? Crosshairs are like gigantic, and the bullet magnetism is just insane. Or the aim assist is like insane in that game. I don't know if there's bullet magnetism. There's bullet magnetism in Halo 5 for sure. And in my opinion, Halo 5 has the best game feel out of any of the Halo games. It feels incredible to play, except for the heavy aim. I do agree. The heavy aim, I don't like that at all about it. I was constantly, for no other Halo game, have I messed around with the controls like I did for Halo 5, with like the dead zones and stuff, to try to not make it so every time I try to do micro adjustments with my aim, it would go I can't even do it on Dark Souls because because it doesn't have that heavy feel where you try to adjust a little bit and it goes like or it's either moving like this fast or it's moving like super fast. So that's the one thing, but the sound design and animations really make that game. And with hit markers and everything. Humanity! Yeah, hit markers I'm not obsessed with. But they do add to game feel, and I do like that. And I think Halo 5 does that the best. So it technically should be Halo Infinite that has the best game feel to me, but I like Halo Infinite. Man, being a Halo fan right now. I speak for all Halo fans when I say that's the best way I can describe being a Halo fan right now. It's just I love Halo to death, and I love the Halo side of YouTube. I want to be friends with all of them, especially late night gaming. Man, late night gaming used to be like my least favorite one because every one of his videos was complaining about Halo, but like years ago. It wasn't until Halo Infinite was like announced that something just kind of changed in his content, where it was still critical, but it didn't feel like a slog. Well, I always enjoyed his criticism. I just thought it was too negative or something. Oh. Okay, well, I backstabbed him. Man, I watch a lot of freaking YouTube. I've kind of autistically dedicated my life to like 3 video game franchises. It's like Souls games and Halo. That's it. Now that I have, oh my gosh, now that I have Steam, and I actually started buying indie games, I have played so many RPG Maker games where I didn't realize how much they stood out and what they are until I started seeing the exact same assets. It's like playing Unity games where you're like, hey, wait a second, Unreal games. I can see Unreal lighting from like a mile away. It's like, hey, yeah, oh, that's a game made in Unreal. I think it was the Ocarina of Time made in Zelda's another franchise that I've dedicated my life to. Made in Unreal, and it's like super realistic, and I was like, whoa, that looks amazing, I want to play this so bad when I was like a teenager. And I think the full mod is like out now, and I just could not care less about playing it. Because for one thing, I think the graphics, I have said this before, I will say it a million times. Throughout my life, I have felt like low poly graphics are timeless. And I have sat quietly through all the slander of people going, wow, Ocarina of Time on the 3DS looks the way you remembered it when you played it as a kid. It's like, no, I played that last week. It does not look like that. All the animations look all slow motion and floaty instead of like the... What does that game run at? It's like 20 FPS or something, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask. They run at like 20 FPS, but it feels amazing to play those games, because the game was built around those frame rates, and they even updated the animations in all the 3DS versions. I think I think the 3DS remakes are an affront to God. I do not like them one bit. I think they look ugly. I think they are animated ugly. I don't know what happened with those animations, but Link's stupid jump animation, the one where he jumps up on a ledge, like, hop! They make him like go full spread eagle, his legs spread out and his knees are up. He looks so stupid. Why'd they do that? Why'd they ruin all of the animations? The running animation is all slow motion. And of course, I'm 100% on board with all the YouTube videos that I've watched criticizing the Majora's Mask 3DS remake. That they streamlined some things and completely ruined mostly everything to where it's a completely different game now that I don't find worth playing. I'm very much a purist as well. I have ADHD, and there's a lot of aspects of ADHD that are shared with autism. Maybe that hyperfixation is part of ADHD, and it's not just an autism thing, but it is funny to say, like, I have an autistic dedication to this franchise. It's kind of born more so out of necessity. Like, when I was a kid, we didn't grow up with gaming consoles or anything. Our first gaming console was a Sega Dreamcast, which is a goated system, by the way. Oh yeah, just to say it real quick, low poly aesthetic. I am so happy people are finally catching on to how good it looks. Like, I was like, why don't we get the same treatment that indie games are giving to, like, pixel art? Pixel art looks great, and people finally realized that. And it took forever for people to finally realize that, hey, low poly looks fantastic as well. Anyway. What was I getting into? Well, Jeez. Well, jeez, man. I should play some Night Rain. I haven't played Night Rain in a long time. That's a fun freaking game. Also, I don't know if anybody else has had the one-trick pony effect with any of the characters in Night Rain. But I am so aesthetically biased towards character design that if I really like the character design and aesthetic of a character, it's like, oh, I'm an OTP now. I'm a one-trick pony, and I'm kind of stuck. That's what happened on League of Legends with Briar. It's like, I play Lilia and Briar, and that's it. It's like, Lilia used to be my main on League of Legends, where I would take her top lane mostly until I learned to jungle, and now jungling is like the most fun I've ever had in a video game, so I always jungle now. Where I would main Lilia and sometimes branch out and do a couple other. I used to play Aurelion Sol a lot, and Gwen, who I still play quite a bit. I suck at Gwen. I'm pretty good at Lilia and Briar. I'm much better at Briar than Lilia. But, yeah, on Night Rain, the same kind of problem where I'm very biased towards cute things. I always play girls in video games, and you could tell from me maining Briar now, where I struggled playing against anybody else, or playing with anybody else, because I just love playing Briar so much. She's super fun and satisfying. And I think that's partially just because I think she's super cute. Even though all of her skins right now are garbage. Man, her skins suck. Gosh dang it, man. I want some good skins on Briar. Like, Primordial Briar, when they dropped that, was like the greatest disappointment of the year for me. It's... Man, the chromas suck on it. It changes the colors like accent colors, and frick, man. Oh yeah, but I just play Revenant on Night Rain. I just play Revenant. I haven't even tried Raider or other ones. First, I started with Duchess before I unlocked Revenant, and I played Wilder and Duchess, and I wasn't really playing anybody else. I was like, oh, I'll get around to playing them. And then I tried Revenant, and I was like, ooh, she's difficult. I gotta get good at her. And then I played her a lot. And now I just enjoy playing that small being so much. Her sprinting animation, like just everything about her. I'm just like, oh, it's so cute. It's so cute. Like the whole time. She desperately needs a buff. Oh my gosh, solo runs with Revenant are... Since the last time I played, it's been a few months. Hey, wow, finally. It's been a while, but... Man. Solo runs with her are virtually impossible. You have to get so lucky. You have to get a good seal, and that's it. If you can't find a good seal, you just won't make it. Her starting seal. What does she start with? She starts with something that really sucks. Her seal, I mean. Her claws are pretty awesome. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, fine, I'll go fix it. That's another weird convenience thing that I actually don't mind so much. I don't mind the weapon damage. I think it's a pretty neat mechanic that I kind of wish stuck around more. Because it's completely just not a thing in other... Oh gosh, in other Souls-like games. Especially not in my favorite Souls games, Sekiro. I love Sekiro. Like Like, I love life. Such a good game. That one I've beaten... That's the only Souls game I've beaten more than twice. Actually, not even Dark Souls 3 have I played through all the way twice. I've started playing through so many games. I guess technically I've beaten Elden Ring all the way through twice. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like I've played through the game a million times. Because I've started so many playthroughs, and... yeah, Elden Ring's really good. I still prefer Dark Souls 3 and Sekiro more. Elden Ring, it's such a long game, and exploring it is so fun. I meant long game in a positive light in that moment, because I love exploring in games. And that is something that I would have enjoyed a lot more about Dark Souls 1 if I didn't already have everything spoiled for me. Except the reveal of Anor Londo was still really fun. That was still really good. It still made me go like, whoa. Like with how much time you spend in these tight spaces and these dank corners and all that. And then finally you get to Anor Londo and you're like, oh, yeah. Okay. Like when you see it in happened again, woo! When you finally see it, when you're not just watching someone else play it. I watched mostly Oni play that game. Or play this game. And yeah, it still hit. Oh yeah, Ornstein and Smo was another fight that I beat on the first try. I thought that fight would be a little harder or more fun. I don't know. It was fine. Maybe I'm just overreacting because of the hype about Dark Souls 1. People are like, yeah, Dark Souls 3 is good, but like, you gotta play the first Dark Souls. You gotta play it. I'm like, oh yeah, I bet. And I bet I can go through it pretty easily. But the hardest part about Dark Souls for me is just trying to get my awful sense of direction through the game. Because I have such an awful sense of direction. I live on Google Maps. Or people criticize me all the time. They're like, oh, it's just at this place. Like with my job, I'm an electrician, residential. And, oh, it's at this job. It's at this place. Okay, can you send me an address? They're like, oh, but you were just there last week. I'm like, yeah, but can you please tell me where it is? And oh, we actually just recently upgraded to a different system to where clocking in and everything is all on our individual phones. And you get the address for every job site. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. So that hasn't really been an issue, but I still have an awful sense of direction. Especially I moved to Utah recently-ish. Yeah. Actually, this is my favorite place that I've ever lived. I absolutely love it here. I don't know what I was expecting, but everybody is so incredibly nice. I actually love living in Utah. Oh, man. Except, okay, well, road rage is... or people suck at driving, and I've become a full-on... a true Utahn and being incredibly racist towards Californians. It's like, oh, Californians are ruining my state. Get out of here. Because I used to live in Washington. Washington, everybody's super friendly on the roads. People don't drive very fast, and traffic is horrible. But for some reason in Washington, at least around the Seattle area where I lived, Everyone was just super chill on the road. Like, you turn on your turn signal, people will move out of the way, like, guarantee. And for some people in Utah, it's like, if you use your turn signal, if you're one of the few people that actually signals to merge in a lane, it's like a challenge for other people. It's like, oh yeah, and all the people driving pickup trucks, oh my gosh, you do not have more aggressive drivers on the road. It is insane. You're driving this giant truck, you'll kill everybody else on the road except yourself, and oh man, good thing I survived that. Everybody else is dead. What you doing, buddy? I also, oh my gosh, this is another kind of off-topic thing. No, it's on topic. It's about Dark Souls. I love the Dark Souls community. I love invasions and everything. I love the PvP. Like, I fell in love with it on Dark Souls 3, which I think has the best PvP. It's pretty jank on Dark Souls 1, but I expected more trolls on Dark Souls. I'm playing Dark Souls Remastered because, yeah, I have no choice. I love it when they update a game and then delete the old game, Overwatch, so it's just not available anymore. It's like, oh man. Stop killing games, though. Stop killing games is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. It killed my family and my child, and I hope it gets it up the butt and doesn't enjoy it. That was pirate software. Stop killing games! Why are games just being deleted? It sucks. Like, there's no way to properly get classic Dark Souls except it's on my Xbox. That's the only place to get it, is on console, is you have to buy an old disc. I did not buy an old disc. I got it from someone else's Game Pass, and now it's just installed on my Xbox. I don't even know if it's still playable. That's pretty cool. Oh yeah, but every time I've been invaded in this game, I've only killed like 2 invaders or something. Yeah, I die most of the time, and I play by I learned the ways on Dark Souls 3 of dueling with dignity. So every time I'm invaded, I don't chug, which is a drinking. I treat it like a proper duel. I'm not going to heal during a duel. I learned that in Dark Souls 3. If anyone was around at the time, or if it's still a thing going on. What's the area called? There's like a little fight club area on Dark Souls 3. What's that area called? It's right outside Pontiff Sullivan's boss arena, right after you beat him. There's like a little fight club thing, and I joined it. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. Everyone's like sitting around and like going in one at a time and fighting each other. I was like, this is pretty cool, and I jumped in, and I was losing, and I was like, oh shoot. And then I healed, and everybody jumped in and murdered me. I was like, oh! Okay, well, okay, don't drink your Estus flask during a fight like that. Like, it's bad manners. Don't do it. It levels the playing field because invaders have less Estus flasks, so it would just kind of ruin a fight. That was the case. Yeah, everyone's been super friendly. Everyone does the bow. I still don't have the bow equipped. I need to switch this for a bow. Do I have polite bow? I don't have polite bow. I do have bow. Bow bow! Whoops. Yay! I did jump for joy. I had someone invade me that was named Sir Bonkulus, which is a reference to an IGN article from the Zero Lenny videos. Zero Lenny is playing through Dark Souls with the IGN guide. I don't remember which Souls game it was. But they gave one guide, and they're like, yeah, someone else in the office has Sir Bonkulus, who's all strength, and he was like, why can't we play Sir Bonkulus? Yeah. Someone was named that on Dark Souls 3, and they had the full meme. It was like the giant dad costume with the Zweihander. It was fantastic. I was really happy about it. I only backstabbed him once. I was like, ooh, it's Dark Souls! That was cool. I really love this community. I really adore. I love the whole principle of get good. It's not telling you you suck. It's telling you overcome it, like you can. Like, yeah, just get good. That's literally what you have to do in every Souls game. How do you beat this boss? You just gotta get good. And everybody can. I think Dark Souls is much more accessible than people give it credit for. It just takes patience. Much more accessible. It's not like 100% accessible. It does take patience and overcoming impossible odds, and I really love that about the playing field of Dark Souls. Like, in general, it's just like YouTubers. It's just like YouTubers that are good at Dark Souls, and not every YouTuber. It's just like, what's that Korean guy's name? Ongbal? Who completely destroyed Promised Consort Radon with, like, a rapier and no clothes. Let me solo her. Another dude that is disgustingly good at the game. But he got disgustingly good at the game. I think everybody has who's disgustingly good. It's like every tier list or ranking video that I watch, you watch the background footage, and like most of the time they're doing pretty good, killing all the enemies with whatever weapon or item they're talking about, and then sometimes they just get stun locked, and sometimes they die. It's like, yeah, there's no becoming so good at Dark Souls that you just don't struggle anymore, unless you really are that disgustingly good. It is a hard game. Oh, man. Man, I did not think I was capable of yapping for this long. Shoot, maybe I'll just continue the game now. Let's look at how many... 57! Woohoo! Excellent. Shoot. Okay, I think I'll just stop the recording. I would be amazed if anybody listens to my ceaseless discharge of yapping. Ha ha ha, get it? It's a Dark Souls reference. Dark Souls reference. Haha, ceaseless discharge. Which I was not able to cheese for some reason. I don't know why it didn't work for me. Ceaseless discharge.